Welcome to this channel. Here you will find stories, concepts, experiences and cases to develop a life-sustaining economy, friendly to people and to nature. My name is Sylvia Zweifel and the subject today is the King's New Clothes. This will be a rendering of a Hans Christian Andersen tale, a very well-known story that always has food for thought to offer. And here it goes. Once there was a king so fond of new clothes that he spent hours and hours in his dressing room. More and more, everything he did was only to show his costly new clothes, and became well known for it in his entire kingdom and even beyond. One day, two weavers arrived at the capital city, spreading the word that they could weave the most magnificent imaginable cloth. Clothes made of this cloth had a wonderful way of becoming invisible to anyone unfit for his office or unusually stupid. The king thought, unusually stupid? Unfit for office? That would be just the right cloth for me. I would be able to discover the unfit and to tell the wise from the fools. I must get that stuff. And so he called the weavers and paid them a large amount of money to start with. They immediately set up two looms in a room of the palace, to where the king sent large amounts of the finest silk and the purest gold thread, to ensure the piece was made of the best of the best. After some days he wanted to know how it was going, but he didn't dare to go there himself. So he sent his oldest, most honest minister. The old minister went promptly, but as he entered the room, he almost lost his glasses. My goodness, I can't see anything on the looms. But he did not say so. The weavers begged him to come near to appreciate their work, and so he did. Peering through his glasses, he came nearer and nearer and nearer, but almost panicking. Can it be that I'm a fool? After a while, he uttered, "Such patterns! What colors! Wonderful work!" Then the weavers explained the intricate patterns, while the old minister paid the utmost attention so he could report everything to the emperor. And so he did. Next, the emperor sent more of his most trustworthy officials, always obtaining the same results. Soon, the entire city was talking about this splendid cloth. And finally, the king himself went to see it, surrounded by his council, who proudly described it to him. "Just look, your majesty, those splendid patterns and magnificent colors." He himself couldn't see anything of it, but as he nodded in approbation, they advised him to wear clothes made of this cloth on the occasion of a great procession that he soon was going to lead. Again, the magicians committed themselves day and night, and when the great day arrived, they themselves dressed the king to ensure everything was well handled. The trousers, the coat, the mantle, and while doing so, they explained, "Your Majesty, see, all of them are as light as if they were a spider web. One would almost think one has nothing on. But that's what makes them so fine, so unique." "Exactly!" agreed the noblemen, as if they got it. When the Minister of Public Possessions announced the canopy was waiting outside, the emperor turned again for one last look in the mirror and went in procession under his splendid canopy. Everyone in the streets and the windows said, "Oh, how fine are the emperor's clothes! They fit him to perfection." No costume the emperor wore before was such a complete success, until a child exclaimed, "But he hasn't got anything on," to what his father quickly replied, "See, such an innocent." But one person whispered to the next, "There is a child who says the emperor has nothing on." And so, a moment later, the entire city exclaimed, "But he has nothing on! He has nothing on!" The emperor shivered, for he suspected they were right, but he thought, "This procession has to go on." And so he went on, more proudly than ever before, as his noblemen held high the train that wasn't there at all. And I'm sure you got it. This story tells us so much about ourselves individually and collectively. Nowadays, we are disregarding huge challenges. We better do otherwise. For example, at the biological level, there is the sustainability issue, in which I would include the coronavirus issue as a warning. At the financial level of reality, there is the creation of bubbles, while increasing the concentration of wealth in the hands of a few. But even more surprising is the fact that we already have knowledge to address those issues far better, moving out of the patterns of an outdated industrial age, while moving forward into a knowledge-based society, developing a sustainable humanity, or a sustainable world for humanity, and even more, a thriving planetary society, a society capable to support us to unfold our human potential. By doing so, we would harness the abundance of knowledge, experience, and wisdom, now more available than ever before. And we would put it at good service to bring forth a life-sustaining economy, an economía amable, friendly to people and to nature, creating abundance from abundance. And guess what? Lifelong learning and earning would be the very key to it. What do you think of it? Do you see even more amazing possibilities within reach, or hidden because of the mainstream thinking and doing? Please let me know in the commentaries below. This is supposed to be a conversation, a learning together. Yes? And in the description section, I will include some information sources, and also I remind you that if you would like more content like this, consider subscribing. See you!